Long story short, I bought a DJI Mavic Mini at the beginning of August, and I didn't even have it 2 months, and it crashed. The story has a good ending because the replacement drone is already here. Subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below at the end or right now. Please say pineapple if you've made it this far. I got the DJI Mavic Fly More combo pack, and that comes with 2 extra batteries and a battery pack that is capable of being a power bank, so you can charge other things like your phone off of it. And you get extra propellers, and yeah, I think that's... Oh, and you get a fly cage for the drone, so be a little bit safer. So originally, the reason why I even got the drone was I just really like the shots that you're able to get with them, like the cinematography over water, following cars, following people, and just these amazing shots that you pretty much see in movies. That's what I wanted. Or like any of these travel vlogs, honestly. So I really wanted it for that reason. And then, I don't know, I kind of just had this predetermined thought that drones are kind of hard to fly because my boyfriend's had a bunch of the little small toy ones, and they don't fly on their own. They're really hard to fly, it seems like, and yeah. I was really excited for the drone to come. It literally shipped out within like a day or 2 of me ordering it, which was super fast. And then it got here the next day, like so fast. I had the drone for like a month and a half. I flied it a good handful of times, maybe even more than that. There was places that I wanted to fly the drone that I didn't even get to fly it yet. Like I wanted to try to fly it over 75 or 635, kind of get like a highway shot or like an aerial view of that, but didn't get to yet. But I did get a lot of awesome footage and really good experience with the drone, and know like I know how to work this, I know how to use it. I don't really need anybody else to be flying it, honestly, because I can do it. I learned the hard way. Do not let somebody borrow your stuff or use it, because then that makes them responsible if something happens to your stuff, and you don't want that. You don't want to feel bad that your friend or your girlfriend, boyfriend, mom, dad, or somebody owes you money now for this object, and they may or may not be able to pay you for it. The drone has these things called like quick shots, and they have a few different options. But if you do the quick shots, you do have to have a bit of distance from you. You have to be away from buildings, trees, so the drone can kind of go out. The drone does have a few sensors on it, but they're not like super crazy good. They're just decent. This is just a very simple starter drone. The drone actually weighs 249 grams, so you do not have to register it with the FAA. That was one selling point that I really liked. I liked the fact that it was under $1,000, so it wasn't too expensive. I was just worried, what if I pay $1,000 or so and I get a drone and I can't even fly it? So I really felt like I needed the security of knowing that I could actually work the product before I bought it. So I was able to fly it a good few number of times. I got some really great shots and really cool shots. I would almost recommend, if you have a drone, just fly like anywhere that you're able to fly it, you know, probably places that aren't near hospitals, aren't near airports, and aren't near places where planes fly frequently, because you won't be able to fly there. It seems like the best shots you get are just like the ones that are just kind of like random almost. You can get really great aerial footage, pictures. There are some downsides about the drone though. You cannot track people with it. The only tracking thing that you can do is the quick shots. So you can't track a car unless you are, you know, doing it with a controller yourself. You can't have it just lock onto something and then the DJI does its thing. If you upgraded to the DJI Mavic or the DJI Mavic 2, you would have that feature. It doesn't record in 4K, there's no adjustable aperture or anything like that. I don't know, if somebody was looking for those features, they would know and they wouldn't get this drone anyways, so. But this is a really good starter drone. Has everything that you need, you don't have to register it. It is really small and compact, it's like literally the size of a cell phone. So things like that you can't really do. And then of course this is like just a cheaper drone from DJI. They do have cheaper drones actually that can do like flips and stuff in the air, but you know, I didn't get that. I just wanted something just for cinematography. And I'm hoping to get a DJI Mavic 2 in the future. I'm just like waiting to get money and waiting until it's more of a necessity, because until I really use this drone that I have, or the 2 that I'm now gonna have probably, until I use them to their maximum potential, there's no need to get the next newest thing. I'll wait. And who knows, maybe by the time I wait, there'll be something else out that's better or has more features. I feel like people may or may not know this. Whenever you have a drone, since the drone makes so much noise flying, you do not get to record with sound. I've thought about it in the past. If you had the DJI Mavic 2 or DJI Mavic, you could probably track yourself and have like an external thing recording your voice, and then you could just match it up with the footage, or just use the drone the way it's meant to be used for cinematography. My boyfriend, he's been recently looking into a drone called the Skydio. Skydio is made by, it's not Harvard students, it's some big university students, Stanford I think. Some students from Stanford made this drone called a Skydio. They have a few versions out. They are a little bit on the pricey side, like $1,500 or so, I think, maybe $1,200. Somewhere around there. Go check them out. Casey Neistat just made a video about it not too long ago. But their drones have like cameras on like every side of the drone. They have a crazy amount of sensors. It's meant to dodge trees and dodge things. But the problem with that drone is it's not meant for like cinematography type things. It's just not meant for cinematography is the biggest thing. Like the shots that you can get with it just aren't the same. It has AI technology, but I mean, DJI is known for making drones, not just consumer level drones, like, I don't know, like really professional level drones that they use to shoot movies, and there's a reason why they're known for it. They have really great features. One great feature that I didn't even mention on the drone, if you fly it up, you fly it far away, and then, oh my god, you forgot where you are, they have a return to home feature. It's amazing. Literally, you lose your path while you're flying, touch that return to home, it starts returning to home. And it works so well. You can change your return to home position if you move, and if it starts to lose battery, or if anything happens that's going to affect the way it's flying, it will give you an emergency message and say, return to home. And then it'll start counting down from like 10 seconds. Really great feature. I don't know that any other drone really has that feature, but they should. I'll be honest, when I look for drones, I don't think I really even looked at anybody other than DJI because their products are just so amazing. They have everything priced out amazingly from everybody. They have stuff that's below $300, so if this drone is too much for you, you can go get a different one that's cheaper, smaller, does more or less. So I want to go ahead and jump into the story about how my drone crashed. So it was my boyfriend's dad's birthday. We were having a picnic at White Rock Lake in Dallas. We brought the drone up a few times. I got some cool aerial views of the lake and of our little picnic. My boyfriend brought the drone up for the last time. He was going over near this boat dock. He was getting really low to get really nice footage, and it looks really great. And then the mistake he made is, you're always supposed to stay above like 60 feet or something, higher than the telephone lines and higher than the trees, so you don't hit anything. And then plus, whenever you're flying, you can't see telephone lines, you can't see trees until you're running into them. So he's pretty much flying along, and then he starts to come back up, and then he doesn't come back enough. And then when he realizes it, it's too late, and the drone's already crashed. Supposedly, when the drone crashed, it hit the tree, it fell down, and it fell on somebody's car. Luckily, it didn't fall on anybody, and luckily, it didn't fall in the water. I've already contacted DJI and put in a work order pretty much, so all I have to do is put the drone in some bubble wrap in a box and ship it off. But the mistake I made when I got this drone is I did not start the DJI Care. My boyfriend had to pay a full $400 for the drone again. The drone is in almost perfect condition besides for the gimbal and the camera. I looked into DJI's website about like if they're able to fix the drones or not, or if it's just like a lost cause. They fix the drones. They have a whole price list of everything that they fix, what the price is. So I'm thinking I'm gonna send it in. I may or may not give it as a Christmas gift to my boyfriend, even though he's been looking at a Skydio. Or it's gonna be a spare drone or giveaway item or something in the future. Yeah, the two things I've learned from this experience is, and I'm really big on this in the first place, is never let anybody use your stuff. No matter who they are, because if they break it, you're gonna feel bad, they're gonna feel bad, and just avoid the situation at all cost. Because you know what, if you paid a few $100s for an item, you paid it. You need to be responsible for your stuff, nobody else. And that's how I feel. Like, I don't use anybody else's stuff, I don't use anybody else's camera, or I buy everything my own because I don't feel comfortable using somebody else's stuff knowing that I could break it and then I'm gonna feel bad. And I've had similar things happen to me, and that's why I'm like this. Really, this should have been number one because this was my first mistake. I never activated the DJI Care Refresh. And I should have done that, because if I would have, the drone would have been replaced for a fraction of the price, and I would have had I would have got a complete new drone for whatever price that they would have charged me, which would have been under $400. I would have had the option, or I would have been able to crash the new drone one time and it would have been replaced as well. But instead, now I have a completely new unopened box for the Mavic Mini, and now I'm going to have to wait because I'm not activating it until I'm able to do the care refresh. And right now the holidays are coming, so I just have a lot of stuff on my mind. Plus, Mama wants to buy herself another camera so she can get these cinematic shots and photos. I'm gonna be making a video about how it goes getting my drone fixed, and the process and the cost, because that's stuff that I honestly looked up. And it seems like DJI is really good about keeping people updated and letting them know straight up what's going on with the drone. So I look forward to it, and I hope y'all do too. If you like the video, leave it a like, and if you like me, subscribe. And if you have any feedback or anything, please leave it down below. I'm an open book. I like to hear what everybody likes to say. So just keep in mind, don't let people use your stuff. And if you're buying something that's a few $100s, make sure you get a warranty on it and you activate it. Especially if you pay for the warranty, activate it. Like, they only give you 48 hours to activate the warranty, so that is why I have not opened the drone or done anything with it. So just so you know, don't make the same mistake I did. It doesn't feel that bad for me because I didn't have to spend my money, but it does feel bad that my precious drone that I paid for and I loved and cared for, and it crashed. My first drone. Didn't even have it 2 months. Gone. Or you know what? It's not gone. I have it. It's just unflyable. So, be smart with your electronics, and be smart with your cameras especially. Even if it's a drone. God. Well, peace.